Well, hello guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. Another day has bit the dust, gets us one more day closer to the beginning of the season. We got the day after tomorrow. This time, 48 hours from now, we'll be watching Kansas City versus the Texans. And man, I can't wait. Actually, you know what? I want you to watch this clip that I got right here. Because, you know, we always hear about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson got, you know, he got paid. He got paid. Technically the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, although there's some things in it they can work with to kind of get in and out and so on. But anyway, definitely getting paid a lot of money. We used to hear the whole thing about Dak Prescott can't be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. But I want you to watch this little clip because this actually proves my point about Dak. Because people will say, oh, well, you know, the weapons that Dak Prescott had around him, of course he's got great numbers. Because in essence, Deshaun Watson and Dak, their numbers are about the same throughout their career so far. They both have the same playoff record. But watch this clip because it's interesting. Mark here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Okay, so, you know, here's my thing. You know, people will always talk about, oh my God, Deshaun Watson, he's head and shoulders better. He's head and shoulders better than Dak Prescott. And I say, you know what? Sometimes the talent you have around you makes a little bit of a difference. You know, we did lead the league in drop passes, right? Didn't we lead the league last year in drop passes? But DeAngelo Hall actually makes my case for me here. I want you to take a look at some of these catches. See, DeAndre Hopkins, he deserves to get this contract that he got, but technically it's really a 2-year extension on what he already has. But let's watch these two catches up in here. Just watch. This is what I'm talking about.
As that makes DeAndre Hopkins just a nightmare in coverage.
Well, MJ, this kid competes. He competes for the football. Even when as a DB you think you can get it out, he just has some of the strongest hands, and he wins 50-50 balls. I got some tape for y'all. Watch this. This is Tre'Davious White, one of the best corners in the game. Right there, this is a 50-50 ball. There's no way D-Hop should catch this ball. Tre'Davious' hands is on his wrist.
That's a ridiculous catch.
Comes down with the grab. Just extremely strong hands. Right here, Jalen Ramsey's right there on him. And this is a play we've seen Jalen Ramsey make time and time again. But watch Hop. Late hands him, and then he's able to just put one hand on it and reel it in. This kid makes amazing catches. This is Morris Claiborne. Not quite the caliber of corners those other guys, but he's right there too. Hand in the pocket. You never catch that ball as a receiver. Hop still finds a way to come down with the football. And it is that competitive spirit. You team him up with Larry Fitzgerald, who I came into the league with. And you talk about two of the dudes who have the best natural catching hands in football.
Okay, so you see what I'm talking about there. Now, come on. Now, we've seen catches where, and this is not against Michael Gallup or anything, so everybody drops balls, but have been catches that are literally like right here with nobody on them, and we're getting drops. So, you know, when you have guys that catch the ball like this, and that's not to mention all the times that you see Hopkins, who is like a freak of nature, the way he literally shakes people out of their boots. You should have seen actually a training camp with DeAngelo Hall there, where literally DeAngelo Hall looked like he tore an ACL. But that guy always has separation. So before you go through and say, Dak sucks, you got to also look at the people that are also catching the ball around them too, dog. See, I want you to keep in mind some of those plays. Hopkins is a freak of nature. That guy is a literal freak of nature. And you see some of those plays. I mean, he reaching over guys, taking the ball away. And not to throw shade on our guys, but sometimes we had a case of the drops. We literally led the NFL in drops. And we're not talking about passes like those ones that you saw Hopkins get. Now, it'll be interesting to see with Hopkins going and Randall Cobb coming in, the difference that may end up being out there. Because, you know, getting the ball delivered is only half of it. You got to have somebody who's got hands out there. And as much as they say that if you're a great quarterback, of course, you're going to be the be-all. You're dropping balls, it makes a difference. But be that as it may, the haters are going to hate Dak Prescott regardless. But the season is about to kick off. Randy Gregory got a 1-year contract extension that next year can be worth $2.1 million. And, a lot of times people have said, why we still have that guy, still on our team and stuff. Because there's really no risk keeping him on the team. You weren't paying him as long as he's not playing. You at least owned his rights. If he ends up not doing anything, he still didn't cost you anything. But during that 2018 season where he was there for 14 games, he did get 6 sacks, being very, very raw. Now, I'm not expecting a whole lot from him this year because the reality is the NFL did not do him any service by reinstating him now. The reality is he hasn't played since 2018, and now you've got no training camp. And by the time you get to week 5, understand you're not really doing practice, okay? All of the inputting and all the work and stuff was already been done in training camp. From here on out, there's only 11 padded practices throughout the rest of the season, period. And that's to be done by week 11. So if you think that Randy Gregory's going to come in, get some work in, practice and all that, and be able to be, probably not. You can't expect a whole lot. If you get anything, well, that's bonus. That is bonus on top right there. So I hope he can keep his head right, keep his head in the game, and maybe we get a few sacks and stuff out of him. That would be fantastic. But as we go through in the season, they always accuse us Cowboy fans of always, hoping for a Super Bowl. But I don't know any fan out there that isn't dreaming about their team turning around and going all the way. If you're not dreaming that, then I don't think that you're really a football fan. We all want the taste of that Super Bowl. And Zeke Elliott said today, our fans deserve a Super Bowl. That he thinks about it often, and it's his goal. Jason Garrett used to always have Jason Garrett isms, finish the fight and things like that. But maybe this season, if we were to have a Jason Garrett ism, should be redemption. The Dallas Cowboys franchise in the last 25 years has made a boatload of money. You can't argue that. I'm not even going to try to argue that one. But when it comes to postseason success, we broke asses. We broke. We got to go to a damn payday loan, okay, or title loan, okay? We got to take a title in for our clunker to get some cash because we flat ass broke when it comes to playoff payoff. And redemption, I say, because we have a lot of guys who have had some issues. Randy Gregory. He's paid, 28 out of a possible 90 games because of suspensions? Not injuries, suspensions. You think of Aldon Smith, who had his issues and things, coming back after a 4-year layoff. He needs to redeem himself. And it's possible, too. Thoughts to Von Miller getting injured, man. Hopefully it's not as bad as they think. They'll find out tomorrow. But if you remember, Von Miller had problems his first couple of years in the NFL before he turned himself around. Brandon Marshall had a lot of problems beginning of his career before he turned himself around. So it's feasible. It's feasible. We've seen a lot of guys turn themselves around. But you think of Brandon Carr, you think of Dontari Poe, you think of Everson Griffin, guys that have had a great career, great numbers, have been there longevity-wise. But the thing that they're missing is that ring. They want to redeem the season. They want to go out with that bang. You think of a Sean Lee who's gone back on injured reserve. A guy who literally leaves everything on the field. This season, this crazy season that we're about to have, I feel like it's different. This team is capable of beating anybody, but we all know on any given Sunday, you can lose to somebody. I hope that my feelings for this team this year, what we've seen thus far in training camp, the hope of the young guys, the experience of the veterans, and Mike McCarthy putting it all together with a better kicker ends up being something special for us. Yeah. I'm going to go to bed early tonight. Yeah. I'm going to go to bed early tonight. That'll get us one step closer to the NFL season. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I appreciate y'all. Keep the faith, y'all, and don't let anybody ever get you down. Hey guys, Mark here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm actually out at my fish pond here, where yesterday I did something stupid. I left the hose on too long, and 14 of my fish ended up dying. And I thought, there's two fish in here that are named after two of you fans, Big Wizzy and Howard Floyd. And I thought Howard Floyd, was one of the ones that died. Right there, the black and gold one right there with the sparkles, that's Big Wizzy. And Howard, let's see, Howard's in here. I know Howard's in here because I saw him, so I feel good about that. Let's see. Oh, Howard's all the way over there. So, good news, Howard. Howard, your namesake did not die. And I know it sounds crazy that you get attached to fish, but you guys know I do my feed and frenzy, and they're literally like family. And this morning there was still one of them that was slowly dying, and it was really difficult because I'm holding on to him, and he's just waiting to die, and he finally ended up succumbing. And it's one of those things that I just didn't know what to do. What do you do to put them out of their misery? So today I've kind of taken time to have slowed down some. I actually took a couple of naps today, just kind of slept. I changed the microwave that burned out, and just trying to get myself together, get my thoughts together. I've got to be thankful that I've got the ones here that are still here, and that I didn't lose all of them. And I got to be thankful, even though I had the fire, that I didn't burn down the house. Because after taking down the microwave, I realized how burnt the cabinets are, and thank God it's cabinets that I built out of hickory, because hickory is hard to burn. If it had been like store-bought cabinets out of particle board, that stuff would have just went up like nobody's business. So regardless of how bad things may be, count your blessings. Big Wizzy. There's Howard. What's up, Howard? There you are.